Welcome back there, chummers. I think we were doing some decking, but I think I was comfortable enough with my stats to take on some more challenging work. Like, well, you know, the cyber combat success would be nice. And then, yeah, he's not maxed out yet either, so... Why is he not maxed out yet? He should be able to grab his strength here. 14 karma. It would be just whiz to level up. Oh, it's maximum. That's why he has a little left over. He's almost got melee 8, which would be great. And then that's right, we mastered computer at the end last time. No, wait, I think we mastered computer a little bit before the end, didn't we? We were focusing on our stats. I want this. I think this will only be 1 or 2 more levels. I want to max out our quickness, and then statistically and skillistically, we'll be as good at decking as we can be, and then the rest of it hinges on our deck and our programs. Hey, Goldberg. Let's deliver some cocaine. Go to the rat's nest. Alan Turing needs to get delivered to the jump house so we can get drunk. Or do cocaine. That's just what cool people do in the Redmond Barrens. Rich people do in the Redmond Barrens. If anybody tries anything cute, you wax them. So if I remember, I think, yeah, I was speculating on how to not build Walking Bear, but what spells to give her. Am I wired up all the way? Yes, I've got the Cyber Eyes and the Smart Link. I could decorate my gun a bit. And because we gave, this is another thing, is because we gave Winston melee and not a shotgun, is we can't set off alarms as long as I silence my gun. I think magic is silent. You would think not. You'd think people would cry out in pain. Is Goblinoid racist in 2050? I think it might depend on who you ask. What was it? I think it's either one of the characters in this one or someone in the Super Nintendo one. They called it Goblinization as opposed to globalization when everyone magically changed. Looking for work. Community of Ghouls, not a good fucking time, Gunderson. I mean, it probably is a good time. We probably stand a chance against ghouls, but the nuke plant. Doc Whitson needs to go to Hollywood prison. Probably under arrest for not being a real doctor. Have I played Project Zomboid TTI? I did play it. I played it quite a bit. I haven't played it since they added the vehicles, though. I do play it every few years. I started playing it way back right before the guy lost his PC and lost all the source code. But they stuck with it. Fun little game. Prison? This prison cocaine needs to get to the weapon shop post-haste, or maybe it's the money to purchase a zip gun. I mean, would you purchase it? Yeah, you'd purchase a zip gun as long as someone else makes it. The AI does get stuck on walls a lot, but it was a different time. I didn't mean to come here first. I forgot I spent all my money. Let's customize my Predator Heavy Pistol, though. So we want the smart gun system. Provides a feedback circuit to relay combat information, which increases hit chances unless the user possesses smart goggles or smart link. This accessory does nothing, but we do, so it does. And I'll take a silencer for my pistol, which is fucking gargantuan. Mutes the sound of gunfire to the level of a finger snap. Using an unsilenced pistol inside a building immediately sets off an alarm. That's for SMG, yep. Silencer, and then... the sound suppressor is just for the SMG, isn't it? Huh. So that's actually all you put on a pistol is the USB cable and the silencer. The laser sight serves the same purpose as the smart link, so you can't take both. Although it would be wacky to stack all the shit on the gun like Resonance of Fate, if you're not familiar with that game. It's a scope attached to a scope attached to a scope, and then the magazine curls in on itself like an Ouroboros. Just wacky. Halloweeners. Heinrich Michaels needs to go a little Chiba. And then this is definitely a lot of probably overkill prep work. It'll make the story go smoothly, but also in order to do the game's only side quest, we have to be pretty hot shit for decking against corporations. Which every couple of years I tell myself, you know what, I should add a video to my Shadowrun Let's Play about the side quest, but since I'm replaying it, we can get two birds with one stone. Not much more karma grinding to worry about, luckily. A little bit. I do need my reputation up, but... I'm committed to the pistol on principle, I'd say, Justin. Like, we could switch over to an SMG, but this also keeps our group very legal. And, you know, the decker shouldn't be doing the damage. It's mostly going to be walking Baron Winston. Like, I'm kind of just there for fire support. Community of Ghouls. You know what? Just to fucking shut you up, Gunderson, we're doing it. We got enough medkits. We got all their shit. I have 4 clips. Hang on, let's make sure everybody's full offense. And then you're neutral. And you can be medium offense. There's going to be a lot of melee damage in there against ghouls. Is Winston a monster? He's as strong as he's going to get. I think it's mostly just his hit rate going up now from... fuck, I can never remember. I think it's just his hit rate going up with the skill. Yeah, just success. So 13 strength is the maximum output of his damage. Well, not maximum. We could have... God damn, this fucking music scared the shit out of me as a kid. Very stressful levels. These and the caves. It's a pretty mediocre looking game, but the ambiance is pretty good. Also, the ghouls in Shadowrun Super Nintendo scared the shit out of me too. When you're just under the mansion fighting the vampire. A little too stressful. Hello, money. Where are you? Let's not get stuck in a dead end though. There's some. No, protect me. I'm on the box. Yeah, I don't know how viable it would be, but I think it would be fun to go 3 melee. So yeah, I think, what did I say? It would be you, Winston, Stark, and then you could use that ROM hack, I think I said, that makes you any race, and you'd be a troll as well. So you basically make yourself Winston, 1 for 1, and then build Winston the way I just did, and then also equip Stark. And, well, Stark wouldn't be as ideal because he's already wired up pretty fucking bad. And then, just for the sake of doing it quickly, you'd probably use the debug menu to just keep feeding yourself 10 karma. Whoop! This is exactly why we want Walking Bear to get a lot of biotech, because it's, if I remember from my younger days, is biotech's pretty fucking crazy when it's high. Game's having some trouble. Anyway, I started blasting. There we go. That's enough for our money. That's enough to... Still got put in our place. That's just how mental damage works, really. If we had stronger armor... Because, I mean... He doesn't have a lot of defense. The armor jacket's not that hot. You know, I want to say there's better armor at the crime mall. I want to say there's something between the armor jacket and the military body armor. I want to say maybe light combat armor. There's legal combat armor you can buy at the crime mall. Don't let the name fool you. It's your right as a UCAS citizen to buy light combat armor. And even though this run gave 1 karma, we might have got 1 or 2 karma from just fighting the ghosts. The jump house, this cocaine needs to get rushed post-haste to the hotel. Winston, he did it again. I don't know why Winston keeps dicking off after every run, because we paid. We paid full time. You spy a grenade. Like Winston had one? Just looking for a place to crash. We can just sleep in Penumbra once we grab Winston. This is the maximum level. So quickness 9 is pretty fucking quick. That cyber combat success. This is to protect me from black ice, but I mean, they can just revive me if I take a cyber ninja star to the throat. And then, yeah, our firearms is only 2. He mostly just shoots to feel like he's, you know, part of the team. Maximum computer, so now we can start working on our reputation. Negotiation, we can probably keep low. Reputation we mostly want. Gotta fly under the radar. I forgot. I always forget on the runs that start in the jump house, you have to do a 180 to get your stuff. There we go. There's 1 extra karma that Winston doesn't get. But I think the ghoul run gave him enough to level up his melee to 8. Oh no! I hope I have enough to hire him. Our wallet's a little light right now. 3,900. I think he only wants like 2,000 because he's fucking in love with us. It's more appropriate to say he's in love with Walking Bear. I try to run a diverse group. Well, not really, no elves. They're just too good. Grab the elf decker and the elf mage. It almost feels like you're cheating. But then again, we have Winston the murder machine. You know, try to make it work. I just think Winston's a neat character. An interesting but not overly complex backstory. Cool picture. Great stats because he's a troll. Suits Samurai very well. 1750. It just keeps going down. Long term. Please stop fucking off. I'm just going to start hiring him short term if he keeps dicking off after every run. Now what should we do? We can sleep at the hotel, which is right here. Willie's Gala Inn, which is maybe run by the Mafia, if I'm not mistaken. Wiley's Gala Inn is a rather stark hotel in the center of the Penumbra district. While quite safe to stay in, it's rumored that the inn is owned and operated by the Mafia. Hello, young fellow. Need a room for the night? I do. That'll be 50 nuyen for the room, assuming you don't steal anything from it. Otherwise, I'll have to charge you extra. He gives you a sly wink. Hope you brought your own towels. What does everyone do with these towels they steal? We actually got a lot of karma there. 8 melee combat now. And then she's almost source, but we need to, actually, she's already got biotech 4. That's pretty fucking good. biotech. Let's really lean into the part where everyone's here to support Winston. Barely conscious cyborg murder machine. And then, is it true that he had a grenade? He did have a grenade we found somewhere. One of the ghouls might have dropped it. It's a scatter grenade. That's the stun one. A moment, citizen. We want a word with you. Well, I've never broken the law. Hello. That's why I don't like to carry illegal weapons. Not that Lone Star would be a huge threat right now, but there's no reason to go running around breaking the law. You know, you can pretend that there's some depth to the game when really you can become a murder hobo quite easily. I don't know if there's a different term for it in Shadowrun. I would imagine it's quite hard to be a murder hobo in the pen and paper. Head over to the P Barrens. That's the magic shop. This is the crime mall. Crime mall has the graffiti. Weapons and equipment. You head towards the weapon stalls. The proprietor's lumpy overcoat seems to be concealing more arms than are displayed. Yes, there's SMG's most favorite. It is illegal. It is illegal. It is illegal. You're just not allowed to own SMGs or shotguns, really. But for armor, the armor jacket's at 900. There we go. The light combat armor. It's illegal though. Shit. Fair and great, great and excellent. So that'll help us against unarmed. Not that it will ever fight ghouls again, but... Well, you probably will. We'll probably have to deal with quite a few ghouls when we go through the Shalishid Wilderness. And then, you know, actually, that's kind of expensive, but a level 3 maglock, he's pretty great out of the gate. I don't feel like the Allegiance on automatic shotgun. It looks like a pump. So our whole don't break the law plan fell apart instantly because the next body armor is illegal. Actually, that's not true. Nah, I think it is. I was about to say we can go fishing for contracts. Not contracts, contacts. Mortimer Reed needs to give us a nice Matrix hookup, and then we can milk some money. And then go visit everybody in Seattle and ask to be their phone friend. I'm looking for some work. Nope. Just, Simple Matrix run. My client wants his management records updated. Upload this file to record a substantial raise and log extra vacation time for him. The funny thing is, that's a fucking bargain. $400 for a substantial raise? I would pay that money. If you want to hack my employer's database and say that I'm supposed to be making more money, I will give you $400. That's just good business. It's called taking the initiative. Even if it's a $400 raise, I break even on the first year.
Path accepted.
We'll still want a pretty dapper deck for once we go hacking corpse. I think this Cyber City or whatever we have right now, it's always a barrier in the CPU. This deck's more than enough to get us through these just on the street missions where we hack in. But I mean, if we're in Renraku, I would need a better deck. I remember this system. It's still wacky that Computer 12 is not enough to always find a file. It's like, you know, all the hot tricks on the cyber deck, like Windows key, shortcuts and shit. But sometimes you set off an alert searching for things on a data store. This is a good one. We're gonna need a bit of money though. I'm gonna say 30,000 million should be enough to buy up all the contacts we need, because that also includes contacts inside other contacts. Friends of friends. It's a pretty generous estimate. I think 30,000 will have a lot left over. How's the weather out there? It snowed a little bit, but I mean, this isn't Texas, so we're fine. 1,800 useless, 2,000, 2,000, 3,000. Beautiful. That was a good batch.
Path accepted.
It's a real shame. It's understandable. The game's quite old and simple, but it's a real shame there's not a bank, because it would be nice to have the illegal weapons and body armor and like just keep that in a hotel, which I think you could do in Shadowrun Returns if my memory serves. You had a stash, because I read that that's like part of the pen and paper game is you can draw unwanted attention if you wear things in certain areas, you know, like walking around with a fucking loaded shotgun through Rimrock Ecology. People might get a little suspicious. But I also don't want to like buy the body armor and then just have to fight Lone Star every time. So it would be neat to just like leave it in storage, and then when I'm doing a no fucking around run, I go back to my hotel and put it on.
Active alert. Alert canceled.
How many files do I have so far? Just 2. They're juicy ones, but oh, there's another 60. Wow. I swear to God, if you fucking say these are worthless, Roscoe, I will do nothing because I cannot hurt you physically. I lack the power to do so. 1,500, 1,800, 1,200, 1,200, 2,400. They were all real, but not the best. 18,000. We'll do one more. Well, we might get shit files, but we're getting close to our estimate. Am I still going to go Yakuza? I think so. I don't think there's a reason to go for the other faction. Like, the body armor is just too good compared to the other stuff. Now, in hindsight, I think you get a cyberware discount a little cheap if you side with the Yakuza, and I should have done that before we wired up, but you make so much money. Decking is just a drop in the bucket for the cyberware. I don't even remember what the Mafia offers. I think the Mafia gives you, like, cheap SMGs that you can get at the crime mall anyways, and then a discount at that hotel in the Penumbra district. Whereas I think the Yakuza gives you items you can't get anywhere else. I'm a little hazy, but I'm pretty sure they tell you before you pledge allegiance permanently. I also know that we need to be pretty high reputation before they'll even answer the phone, because you'll be like, oh, konnichiwa, and they'll just fucking hang up on you with reputation 1. Oh, no, I went the wrong way.
Cancelled.
Yep, this is the way I came in. $30. Oh, that was a 60. I wish I could swap files in that prompt. I mean, this is quality of life stuff that you shouldn't expect in a Sega Genesis game, but it would be great too. That was a lot of duds. It'd be great to just drop files every time you find a 60 MP. Apparently this ROM, the Sega Genesis is a little tricky to hack, coupled with the fact that not a lot of people that do ROM hacking are interested in the game. Obviously, there's a bunch of people that do like Shadowrun, but it's not a big hacking community around it in 2021. So that, coupled with the game itself, is a little tricky to hack. I think I read there's not a lot of quality of life stuff. I think really the most prominent ROM hack for this game is the one that just lets you make Joshua any race or gender. If you want to be a lady troll. That was all 5 files, right? It was not, but I really don't like the pause menu kicks you out. The guy in Redmond Barrens that looks just like him is called Boris, Justin. Boris's greenhouse. Because now we can do some serious fixing. 4,800, holy shit. Useless. 500, ugh. 28's enough. Let's go fishing for contacts. We can't get Caleb because they won't let us in. Nobody likes us enough. But Gunderson has a contact. Vigor and Jarl and the P-Barons has one. Mortimer Reed has one. The Dwarf and Matchsticks has one. It's wizard shit, but the dude in the Space Needle has a contact. I'm looking for some information. I'm looking for some contacts. I can get you in touch with a corporate acquaintance of mine. He's been around and knows things that would be useful if you were going to run on a corporation. Would you like to purchase a new pal? I think this is Max, and he's kind of a piece of shit. His name's Alejandro Hobbs, and it isn't necessary to mention my name. Huh. He might be the Decker. I don't think he's just a corporate goon. Talk to you later, chum. It's the exact same art as Roscoe. That's very easy to get confused. They definitely do some palette swaps. I mean, that's just the name of the game back then, right? Space Needle's this one, I think. No, that's not right. Is this the Space Needle? Why would it have an M? This is the downtown branch of Mitsuhama. What can you tell me about Mitsuhama? The guard leans forward and begins talking very excitedly. Mitsuhama is one of the largest megacorporations in the world. Why, just last week I overheard 2 executives say that they were responsible for over 100 million lives. I assume that they're referring to the transit systems we make, as well as all the computer parts and subsystems we manufacture. You may not know this, but we're close to completing a top-secret project that may change the way we view the entire science of cyber technology. Mitsuhama is a great place to work, and he waves goodbye. Is this a Space Needle? Double door? Fuck you. This is an abandoned building. Actually, this is Penumbra. The Space Needle must be downtown then. A reputation meter to keep track of who's to... Is that why Winston keeps leaving? I thought they're around forever. Huh, neat. This is the Space Needle. You enter Seattle's famous landmark, the Space Needle. It's a popular tourist attraction, but if you've seen one steel and glass structure, you've seen them all. After riding the elevator, you enter the bar at the top of the tower. Hello. A bright-eyed young man is creating magical fire when you enter. Hello, please join me. I imagine they frown upon that. I'm looking for some information. I might know something of use. What's your story, chummer? My name's Trent. I've been studying the mystical arts, the powers of magic. I was studying at the university, but I quickly tired of the parlor tricks they taught there. I aspired to learn so much more. I've decided to add to my experiences by working for those who will pay me to have them. Some questions? I'd like to hear about mages. Mages use arcane magic. Shaman require a totem and are forced to adhere to the laws of nature. Mages have no such limitations. We use our intellect to call upon the astral plane and bend it to our will. When I get some more experience, you'll see some serious casting coming from my fingers, man. Contacts? I've got the number of an old professor of mine. Jefferson is his name. Most folk will only sell names to you, but the prof's always willing to talk with new people without the influence of money. Oh, thank you. Well, goodbye. The matchsticks will have one for us. This is Matchstick, a high-class nightclub that caters to the corporate clientele of downtown Seattle. A well-built and dressed human guards the door, checking IDs and cred sticks. I'd like to go in, please. Sure thing, chummer. Just fork over 150 large and I'll let you in. Fair deal, no? It is a fair deal, because my reputation's dog shit. $150. Good God. She might have a Decker contact, actually. An elf is working on a cyber deck here. She turns to you as you get closer. What? She's just shaking it upside down as all manner of garbage comes out of her keyboard. I'm looking for some information. What's your story, chummer? Heartbane was an ancient elven leader. She prophesied the Matrix, a place where everything and nothing exists. A place where wars are fought and blood is shed without weapons. She knew it was going to be big. So I use Heartbane as my street name, coupled with my true name, Rihanna. That's probably not a smart idea to say to someone you just met. I've been running the corp since the inception of the Matrix. I've seen just about every type of ice and flatlined my share of Decker cowboys. Without Deckers like myself, the corpse would grow unchecked. They'd have even more power than they do now, which is saying a lot. Oh, she doesn't have any contacts. Tell me about the Matrix? The Matrix holds some keen realities. I've heard some stories that corps are creating actual life in the Matrix, artificial intelligences. It's all possible in the Matrix. Even so, my talents and skills will never be duplicated by some program. If you want to crack a system, nothing can compare to raw elven talent, so if you want to run a corp, I am your woman. Tell me about corporate security procedures? Simple. They're deadly. If you don't have top-level software and an awesome deck, not even my skills can get you in. If you got the wares, the best way to run a corp system is by jacking in from inside the corp. From there, you can enter the system via the I.O. ports, which are usually less protected than the SANs. Much easier to get what you're after. This is an ugly man with no teeth. Oh, nope, sorry, this is the Johnson. Perfect. You enter the booth. It's extremely dark. The diminutive figure seated here exudes confidence and charm. His voice is a rich baritone, which I can't do. Let's get one thing straight. Business is business. The name's Julius Strother, and I like to keep things on the up and up. So tell me, how can we help each other today? Information. I'd be happy to tell you what I know for a modest price. 1,000 Nuyen gets you a contact. Questions are free for the moment. Questions? How may I illuminate you? Have you heard of a Johnson called Mortimer Reed? This guy is a major thorn in my side. He's the competition, and he doesn't play very fair, if you catch my drift. I'd watch myself if I were you. There was a contract out on that guy. You can't trust him. He does okay by me. The problem with Julius is if your reputation's not high enough, you always lose 300 Nuyen. Once to come in for the job and again to turn it in. Information contacts. I can connect you to an ex-mercenary who knows a lot about breaking into the Hollywood Correctional Facility. This guy's a real pro, so I wouldn't upset him if I were you. Treat him right and he might be able to supply you with some useful equipment if you catch my drift. Easy money, chummer. Julius transfers your Nuyen into his account, then inputs the contact's name and number into your pocket secretary. His name is Captain Quentin James. Seen a little too much action, he has, but worth the price. Okay, see ya. Is there a runner? Yeah, I think Peter is over here at this bar. The frag grenade. Come quickly, my master needs help. Okay. Oh shit, the I-5ers see you and scatter immediately. Look at that troll. His damage is probably incredible. The mage addresses you. Thank you for your help. This, I'm afraid, is all I can offer you in return. He hands you 200 million. You know, I am under the impression that he could probably conjure a pot of gold, because he's a wizard. The frag grenade is Renraku's attempt at counterculture. This is the place Renraku employees go to blow off steam. As a result, things can get rough in here. The bouncer stops you from entering. 25 to get in. Oh, I don't know, man. 25. You there. Oh, this isn't Peter. Peter must be in the P Barrens. P for Peter. A wired elf gives you the once over. You want something? Another Elvedecker. My god. I'm looking for some information. I'm well connected and so are my friends. Some questions? What do you want? Tell me about the Matrix. Most people go after the data stores because that's where the Quick Union is, but the systems are much more than data store dumps. The systems have vast connections, great influence. Security cameras, alerts, and elevators can be controlled inside the system. If you want to go somewhere restricted, go into the Matrix, jack into their system, and find the slave nodes, or better yet, crash the system CPU. What's your story? I've been shooting the Matrix for a bit. My handle's Phantom. Heard of me? No. I've been making a name for myself in the Matrix. I worked for a company who trained me in cyberspace. Then one of those anti-metahuman groups showed up screaming about purity and then losing jobs and garbage like that. Before I knew it, I was out. No pension, no severance, just a pink slip. But I showed them. I just took my share from their system accounts. But I'm ready to do some serious damage to those high-minded breeders. No offense, of course. Really, elves can't breed. A weird slur for an elf. Need some questions answered? Where can I get some cyberdeck equipment? There's a few cyberdeck stores around here. There's one called Microtronics here in the Arcology. They sell decent decks. The other's in the P Barrens inside the crime mall, but the stuff they sell is mostly hot and costs a bundle. Really, no contact. I'm well connected and so are my friends. Give me a fucking contact then. How is it that you're an elf? They called it goblinization. It happened about 30 years ago when 1 in 10 humans suddenly metamorphosed into two of the metahuman races, orcs and trolls. Elves and dwarves were born of human parents about 40 years ago when the magic itself first returned. The elves were one of the races that created their own nations and grouped into tribes. They created a tight-knit family, one that excluded many outsiders, but most of that you can find in the history books. Okay. Have you run afoul of the Dregs Jump from the Shadows event at all? It can happen at Stoker's, and I think it can happen at the Frag Grenade, and it can happen in the bar in the P Barrens, but I don't think it can happen in the Penumbra District. Talk to you later, chum. Ah, shit, I hope Walking Bear and Winston don't have contacts. I don't think so. Guy with bad teeth? An old man flashes his gums at you. He can afford $25 to come to this shithole bar, but he can't afford some cyber chompers. There's a phone over here. Who else can we talk to? Vigor and Jarl might have a contact. Gunderson will have a contact. Hopefully Peter has one. I don't think Ricky does. This is the Wanderer. This fairly quiet bar averages about one fight every 3 hours. A tired dwarf with a data jack in his head looks up at you. What do you want? I like your shoulder pads. I'm looking for some information. I've been around, seen many things. What's your story, chummer? I came up here to drown my sorrows, but I guess you want to talk. I'm called Peter. I worked in the tech division of the Stuffer Shack, where I learned my way around a cyberdeck. I was jealous of those cyber cowboys with their guns and chrome. The Matrix got them all they wanted, so I stole me a deck, plugged in, and I've never looked back. He worked at the cyber division of the Stuffer Shack, which is like a 7-Eleven. I guess Stuffer Shack's a massive corporation in 2050, but still. I need some questions answered. God damn it, no contacts. Tell me about the Matrix. The Matrix is an area in cyberspace that basically connects all computer systems together. Any system that's hooked into the Matrix can be accessed. Once inside a system, we can take data files and sell them to people called fixers. Deckers like me would rather be in the cyberspace than this dreary world any day. Questions. How is it that you're a dwarf? He grimaces a bit, but starts to talk. We've been called a lot of things, from mutations to freaks. We prefer metahumans. Dwarves are one of the 4 metahumans groups, the others being elves, trolls, and orcs. As you can see, we're generally stouter and stronger than you, but those are about the major differences. Okay, see ya. This Mr. Johnson is obviously well-to-do. He's dressed to kill in a custom-tailored suit. The jewelry on his wrist appears worth more than you'll ever have. His personal bodyguard looks like something from a bad dream. Let me introduce myself. I'm Vigor. My friend here you can call Jarl. My employer is funding me to see how lucrative this Mr. Johnson thing can be. With his generous financial support, my percentages tend to be better than most. I take a real interest in making sure that the deals are well financed. It's better for business in the long run. So you're interested in a little action? I'm interested in some questions. Sure, anything to help a pal. We're pals, are we not? If you want me to hook you up with some of my other pals, it'll cost you 750 Nuyen. Is this Max? I have a fixer I use when I need to do something nefarious. He gets you the items you need, no questions asked. Would you like his name? Yes. His name is Max. Go figure that Vigor gives you the shittiest contact. Not on purpose, though. I think it's a bug that the corporate badges from Max break easily. I placed his number in your pocket secretary. Well, see ya. Who's left? Phone book feels really light. Talk to old Ricky. A rat-like dwarf is here. He stares at you in silence. Hello. I usually don't share such things, but I guess I could tell you something. What's your life story, chummer? I've lived in Glow City all my life. I was slumming in the sewers, but it got me nowhere because I had no purpose, and because everyone was larger than me. Then I heard my totem calling. I've embraced that power, the power of Rat. Rat has shown that force is not the only way to success. When I find some companions to work with, I'll be able to use my talents to finally get out of this dump. Tell me about the shaman magic? Shaman get their powers from nature. We use our forces to achieve our ends. This is superior to mages who force the spirits to do their bidding. He shows you his rat totem, a dingy block of wood. Each shaman has a totem that seeks him out. This totem represents an animal from nature. Rat chose me to follow his ways. Rat wants me to protect myself by looking for opportunities, to use guile and misdirection in lieu of combat. Rat bestows benefits by means of this totem. Tell me about the local area. The Rat's Nest is a haven for squatters and other transients. It used to be the city dump until the city died. Even I, a follower of Rat, will not hole up there. Glow City sprung up when they ran out of room in the Rat's Nest. Sure, there's some minor radiation leakage from the nuke plant, but it's no big deal. Do you know of any Johnsons in the area? Yeah, sure. Gunderson's a Johnson I've used when I need some quick Nuyen. Works next door at the jump house, he does. His payout is as bad as his smell, but his runs are a piece of cake so long as you have some firepower handy when things go sour. Well, see ya.
Shut him loud.
Some people I call do have contacts, friends of friends. Looking for some contacts. Contacts. We all need contacts, don't we, small time? Let me give you a few words of advice. New contacts take a while to warm up. No, they don't. So treat them well and they'll do their best for you. That said, I got a line on a Decker. Fuck, you had a Decker this whole time? She's done some work for me and can probably teach you a thing or two about running the Matrix. For 1,000 Nuyen, yes. He jams your cred stick in the slot and gives it back after the balance is decreased. Now that I've deducted my finder's fee from your cred stick, I'll place her number in your pocket secretary. Name's Wilma Temmenhoff. Give her a call and tell her Gunderson sent you. Goodbye. Now we'll see what we can get. Didn't get as many contacts as I was expecting. Captain Quentin James. The video display turns on, placing you face to face with the ex-merc. Who the dreck are you? How'd you get my number, huh? Friend of mine? Well, get talking. I'd like to procure your services. What do you need? Some info on Hollywood, or do you want some serious firepower? Or do you want me to pass along the name of a friend of mine? I'm looking for some contacts. I can patch you into a hotshot rigger. She can drive anything built and knows the wilderness in these parts like she was born there. This is probably the best contact in the game. 2,800. Easy money, chummer. Okay, street name Sharky. Here's her number. You put the name and number in your pocket secretary. What do you sell? Info on Hollywood. Oh, you just sell. What items you have to offer? Got a few supplies who could deliver some quality weaponry. I don't recommend you buying it for show, though. These weapons are highly illegal, and you'll be in a world of hurt if Lone Star catches wind of what you're packing. I've got some frag grenades for 400 a unit and an H&K SMG with laser sighting and gas vent. That's terrible, because if you have a smart link, I don't think you can strip the laser sight off. No. How do I get out of here? I need some info on the prison. I've done the prison run thing once or twice. Remember in 2028? No? It was all in the net reports. My rep was built on that run, you little punk. You're making me mad. So apologize nice-like, and I'll tell you the ins and outs of Hollywood jailbreak. Otherwise, go buzz. You give me the Weller prison break. Legendary. Don't schmooze, boy. It's ugly. Anyhow, that Hollywood's a hard nut to crack. Getting in is tough, especially if you want to go in quiet. If you can get a friend on the inside, though, you could walk right in. I'd recommend either a level 4 maglock passkey to get you through the inner security doors or plenty of grenades. Bring some friends along. They can cover while you're pinpointing the location of the inmate you're trying to bust out. Oh my god, we can bust open doors with grenades. All the more reason to give grenades to Winston. Well, see ya. Later, Shadow Boy. Alejandro Hobbs. The vid phone comes alive and a well-dressed company man appears. Alejandro here. Speak. I'd like to procure your services. I suppose you want some information on corporation procedures, or would you like to acquire a maglock passkey? Or would you want to meet a Seattle city official? Corporate information. Corps have two basic principles of security. The first is patrols. Human patrols are the most common, but some corps use mages, metahumans, and possibly paranormal creatures. What's the second type? Technological. They primarily use maglock systems and security doors to restrict access. These doors have a variety of ratings from 1 to 5. Some corp doors can be opened with a maglock passkey of level 2, most with level 3. What do you have? These keys are quite expensive. 10,000 for level 3 now. I mean, let's be serious here, Mr. Hobbs. 20,000 Nuyen for a level 5 pass. I'd be able to ignore every door in the game for 20,000 Nuyen, which is a bargain. Different subject for now, though. I would be interested in a meeting. I happen to be on the same wavelength as a fellow public servant of your fair city. For a token gift of 8,000 Nuyen, I could give you his name and number. Yes. His name is Sergeant Mackelman, a security guard in Hollywood Correctional. I'm sure he can reveal many interesting tidbits about avoiding security. That's perfect. That's for getting into the prison. Goodbye. You're disconnected without another word. Sharky. A female voice modulates from the pretty face on the vid. Sharky here. You looking for a rad, handsome? I am handsome. You need to bypass the Shalashid visa checkpoint, or maybe you want me to drop you deep in the woods, like down by Sinsarak? I also have a stash you may be interested in. Really? All I have are some of these smart goggles. They're not as efficient as a smart link, but they allow you to operate a smart gun without getting cybered. Would you like to buy one? No. See ya. Keep on trucking. Anything special about her considering she's a rigger? No, she could just drive vehicles, but they couldn't really convey what riggers do in the game, so that's it. Wilma Temmenhoff? You connect to the Decker. She keeps the video display turned off. Interface quickly or disconnect. I'd like to procure your services. Look, I'd rather be jacked into cyberspace, so unless you're going to make it worth my while, I'm going to flatline this conversation. Slot the stick if you want to keep this line active. You place your cred stick in the slot. Okay, partner, I suppose you want my expert knowledge on the Matrix, or maybe score some experimental software for your deck. Tell me about the Matrix. Sure, I can tell you some things to make running the Matrix a bit easier. I've done it all, except tangle with the corpse. That's stupid. Okay, chummer, here it is. Many small companies are connected to the Matrix, and so they're all open for inspection. Most of these companies expand so fast, they jam on a new node and stick some low white ice in it to guard it. They're idiots. All you have to do is sleaze or deceive the white ice, and the gray will never know. Duh. So always check the end pass. Usually you can find a quick way to the CPU much easier than straight through in these poorly defended systems. I don't know what the hell she's talking about. These systems are so tiny. Services? Experimental programs. I've got some new softs like you've never seen before. The first is Rebound. It puts up a shield that deflects incoming attacks back at the ice. It degrades easily, but otherwise it's great. The other's Degrade. This attacks the node itself. It sort of short-circuits the security logic, giving your software a better chance to do its thing. I can sell you a level 3 version of either for 5,000. So the problem is we can't buy Degrade anywhere else, so we only want the good one. Hey there. Talk about a different subject. Let's hang up on this person. I mean, Degrade's probably good to like give us an edge on a high-level corp node, but I want level 5 Degrade, or higher, whatever the other one is. Alright, Roman Temenhoff. Sergeant Mackelman. A large troll answers, looking nervously around as if expecting something bad to happen. This is the Sarge. I'm in a hurry, so talk fast. I'd like to procure your services. Okay, let's get this over with. If I find out, I could be in big trouble. I can tell you some stuff about corporate security, or maybe something about how the stuff works, or do you need my help for something? Tell me about corporate procedures. Each corporation building has many levels. Usually the higher the level, the higher the security. This covers all areas: patrols, maglock doors, security cameras. All that stuff's tougher to fool the higher you go. Each corp sets up a few patrols to walk back and forth in open areas, like entryways and hallways. If you want to avoid a patrol, avoid walking in these areas for too long. You'll be wise to get a security pass before you enter any corp. Without one, you'll stick out like a sore thumb and have a much higher chance of being questioned by a guard. Tips? To avoid security guards, use invisibility. This only works on humans, though, because trolls like me can see heat, and invisibility doesn't hide that. Security cameras aren't fooled by invisibility either, so don't do that. Detection by a camera depends on the person looking at it. It's much easier to sneak by a camera alone than with 2 other people following you. On simple missions, go alone. There's no such thing as a simple corp run. The fastest way to disable security is to have a decker break into the system and crash it. All the cameras and maglocks will go down. So I mean, on principle, well, not on principle, in theory, you could just crash the system and that'll unlock all the doors, but there's a chance that the terminal might be behind a locked door, so I think we'll grab a mag key anyways. I need your help getting into Hollywood Correctional. Not so loud. Okay, I can issue a security badge at the gate, but that's all. That'll cost you 5,000 Nuyen. Are you sure you want to do this? No. See ya. 5,000 to bust into the prison. Max, piece of shit. The connection engages, and there's a pale man peering at you from the other end. State your business quickly, friend. Listen, you bulbous-nosed fuck. I'd like to procure your services. Well, the only service I offer is to fuck off. Perhaps you'd be interested in some of my hardware. I would. I've got 2 SMG beauties. Oh, piss off. Hang on. Did you have a mag key? I've also got level 4 and 5 mag keys that'll let go for 30,000 and 42,000. It's not a deal. That's not a deal, Max. That's not a deal. There's literally no reason to talk to Vigor and Jarl. Lesson learned. Professor Jefferson. After a short delay, he picks up. Yes, what is it? I don't have all day. I'd like to procure your services. Well, Joshua, would you like to learn something about paranormal creatures? Or hear of an exclusive club for mages? Or can I interest you in meeting an ex-student of mine? This club? I belong to a choice group in the magical community. The biggest benefit, besides their informative newsletter, is that you get good discounts at Rhiannon's Magic Shop. If you pay me a one-time entrance fee of, 1,500 Nuyen is how normal people say it. Yes, we'll pay that. Because then we can buy Walking Bears some spells. Oh fuck, I hope they have good spells. Too late. I've just registered your name. Now go. There are miracles to discover. We're still on the phone. I didn't buy the key yet, Justin, but I am going to buy that key. The 20,000 one from the other guy, because that proves that Max was ripping us off. Tell me about paranormal creatures. I've learned quite a few remarkable things, such as, what do hellhounds, vampires, and feathered serpents all have in common? Give up? Well, they all have thermographic vision, which makes invisibility useless on them. Good to know, no? Also, a hellhound's fire is magical in nature, rendering armor useless. Finally, Bandersnatch have adaptive coloring, which allows them to blend in with their surrounding terrain. Even Cyber Eyes have oh, fuck off. Even Cyber Eyes have trouble discerning Bandersnatch. That's why I got the Cyber Eyes. Some contacts? He graduated with flying colors, and he might be able to help you in your line of work. If you give me a payment of 2,000 Nuyen, I could give you his number. Yes. His name is Gregory Wilms. He holds a PhD in sorcery and works for some big corp in Chicago. Goodbye. The vidphone dims, but you can still make out a figure on the other side. Who calls me at such a late hour? I'd like to procure your services. Would you care for a lesson in the use of paranormal creatures in a corporate environment? Or would you hear about a magical enhancement device I've created? Or perhaps you'd like a discount on your magic purchases. Another discount? Tired of paying retail prices, eh? I can put your name on our corporate discount list at Merlin's Lore for 4,000. That will give us access to every single spell, so yes. After you transfer the creds, Will assesses the corporate files to add your name. You're all set. Anything else? Services? Tell me about paranormal creatures. The corporations are training paranormal creatures to do their bidding. It seems they're more cost-effective, more attentive, and much less likely to be bribed. Suffice to say, they're also extremely hard to domesticate. Hellhounds are most common. They're extremely vicious, work well in packs, and have heightened senses. They're not fooled by invisibility and are immune to fire, like Powerball spells. They also breathe fire, which can be a hazard in areas that are decorated with paintings and such. We've started using these animals here at Az Technology. I can tell you from first-hand experience that they're quite effective. Now, if we can only do something about the blasted deckers in the Matrix. What's your device? This here device is much like a spell focus, with one exception. It increases the power of any spell used when it's held by a major shaman. Tell you what, I'll sell this one to you for, 50,000 Nuyen? It's not a good deal. 2 reasons it's not a good deal. 1, that's an insane amount of money. And 2, the game is bugged and those weird items like combat locks and spell focuses don't work properly. I think we're still missing some contacts. We probably have to get into the other bars. Specifically to see Caleb Brightmore. Can Winston see invisible things? I think that might just be mumbo jumbo. I think it just means invisibility doesn't work if you're fighting trolls. I could use some more money. And if we get a good chunk of change, we can go buy some spells from Walking Bear. Although I think she's not really able to cast other spells. Which is a little frustrating. I don't remember how I pulled it off on my Shaman playthrough. How the hell was I blasting such powerful spells?
Passcode accepted.
And I think Caleb Brightmore will give us the best Decker contact. Which I think is just level 5 rebound, level 5 degrade. He also might sell us the best cyber deck, or one of the best cyber decks. Is As Technology the corp in Dragonfall? As Technology might have been Dragonfall. It's definitely one of the largest corps. I mean, they took over Mexico, I think. They're their own country. Asland?
Hazard alert. Alert canceled.
Oh, the deck's full. That sucks. I think I grabbed a couple baby files too, like a bozo. Yeah, there's 300 million. Why don't I just wipe my ass with the file, Roscoe?
Task accepted.
Oh, I'm gonna get disconnected here, I think.
Active alert.
Think I'll make it. It's just actions, it's not time-based. I just need to not misclick here. Got it.
Alert canceled.
What's playstyle this time? Oh, no, we're running a decker this time. Since everybody likes to point out how much money you make in the Matrix, might as well make the main character decker this time. Oh, look at these 60s. Now I just want all 60s. Said now I want all 60s. Ah, fine. I'll compromise. Deck's full. Deck's full. Almost all 60s anyways, though. Not too shabby. $1,200, $2,500, $3,000, $2,400. Is this the same system from your very first Matrix run? These simple Matrix runs are very small systems, but I don't think it's the exact same system. This is definitely one of the systems we were milking on Sunday. But I don't know if it's the very first Matrix run we took on this character. I mean, I actually have my reputation's so disgusting. I think we can actually level it up, which is 4. It's that guy with 12 computers. Who cares? That's why I'm reputation 1. You mean a competent computer user? Everything's going to be uploaded on YouTube? Yep. I always put my streams over to YouTube in case people miss them. $19,000 dues. Let's go take advantage of those discounts. Which I don't even know if those discounts are going to pay off. Can't really take heal wounds because the guys are too cybered up. That's why we need biotech. Biotech works even if you have low essence. Merlin's lore is this one. So right now she fights with Mana Zoop. See, yeah, we actually have a very powerful Mana Blast. She's just not very good at her job. I'm afraid to cast it. See, what you could do is you could rock skin Because I don't think it's like Arcanum. I don't think the spell can miss. I think it maybe it can miss. It can either miss or it just won't do anything, which would make something like Rock Skin very powerful because it would hit Winston. Which, fuck, I think someone figured out what Rock Skin does and it wouldn't help. Like, I would want this to protect me against a Hellhound, for example. We could just max out this. So Mana Blast is done. Yeah, these don't work properly. I think it's backwards, or I forget. The wiki explains the problems with the locks, which sucks because they're fucking very expensive. Spellfolk are used to increase the potency of their corresponding spells. I want one for Mana Blast. Well, let's go check the P-Barons. Just can't not walk. It just feels so weird to walk on the road. Gotta walk on the sidewalk. We're not animals. Also, I don't know what is going on with the roads in the P-Barons. It's just all great. That seems weird. Well, she's not going to sell a Spellfolk Eye for Mana Blast because it's a fucking fire shot. Now, we could buy Barrier because you can shoot through Barrier, creates a magical wall which inhibits movement only. So you could do stuff like block Halloweeners or like a Hellhound on their side of it and just start blasting, which I think is fun. I don't know what this does. I think it's either duration or size. More locks. I mean, yeah, you could give like a heal wounds rating 3 potency, but we can't. She can't heal us. We're too fucking wired up. Just make sure we have enough money to get back to the big city, which we almost don't. Let's grind out some karma. Let's get that reputation up like I said we would. See, this drains right away is the problem. Very bad success, and like we have to. What the fuck is this? Go no, done with this. What's this? Confusion, an area effect spell which distracts all enemies with sensory overload. Huh? Who the hell sells this? Ah, there's a magic shop in. I want to say there's a magic shop on Council Island. It might be full of shit. But I don't know where else you would get. Yeah, sleep, stink, and confuse. Barrier's cool. Yeah, it sucks that I can't cast Mana Blast without draining myself. No, wait. Oh shit, she has Mana Storm. We don't want that. We want this one. That's why. This is the strongest one. She starts with Mana Storm, really. Get what you pay for, I guess. There we go. Medium offense posture, so she'll be blasting pretty easily. And then if I want to control it manually, we have Barrier and Rock Skin to give everybody. I'm under contract. We have to finish that. We have to give that guy his super raise. Which means we have to go all the way back. Which means fucking Winston's going to quit. Ah, which means we need enough money to hire Winston back. Everything's falling apart here.
Path accepted.
So we want at least 2,000 to hire Winston back because he's going to fucking bail on us when we turn this quest in. This Shadowrun, that's what they call it in the future.
Active alert. Alert canceled.
Oops. Jack out. Little light on money there, that's for sure. Hey, let's do some starter story actually before we get a reputation up. I don't want Renraku's strike teams crawling up my dick hole just yet. So we can do the Doctor, we can do Tabitha Shale, and we can do David Owlfeather without reputation. Still didn't grab the file, I'm dumb. She has reflex to go in there and milk all the files. Oops, nice chatting with you. What's this? Worst music, Renraku Ecology or Super Metroid's Meridia? Super Metroid Meridia is just a somber and annoying song, but Renraku Ecology doesn't even fit the theme. Like, Meridia makes sense for underwater music.
Passcode accepted.
Renraku Ecology is just such a mismatch. I think it's the left one that we upload our file to. I mean, this is just the most efficient vid phone in the game to use. It's right next to Roscoe. Why wouldn't you use this one every time? It's like they put it there knowing people would just milk the Matrix. Because it would almost, well, it wouldn't because you make so much money, but it would almost discourage people from just milking data stores if they had to walk really far to Roscoe. Like if Roscoe lived on Council Island or something, not near a phone. They'd still do it though, because you make a shitload of money. Prior run completed. That is weird, but yeah, if you're right, once our reputation goes up, Winston should stop leaving. $17.50 might be as low as he goes. Lifelong pal. I mean, $1,700 for a troll bodyguard for life, we call that a bargain in the business. Where am I going? Redmond Barrens. No, not Redmond Barrens. Let's do some story. Let's go see Tabitha Shale. Christ, there's so many. Dr. Haversheen's here in downtown Seattle. Let's just walk over. A woman with the name Dr. Haversheen stitched on her smock. Stitched on her smock. Not even a name tag. Stitched on her smock. Is this your holopics, Richie Rich? You show her the holopics and tell her of Michael's death. Tears stream freely, but she managed to stifle most of the sobs. Composing herself with much effort, she begins to speak. So here's my problem with this sequence is it's like you find out over Google that your brother was murdered in Shalashid, but this fucking girl never noticed. Didn't bother to Google, ismyfrienddead.com? Tears stream freely, but she managed to stifle most of the sobs. Composing herself with much effort, she begins to speak. Michael was a good friend to me. We met when he first arrived here 3 years ago. I can't believe he's gone. If there's anything I can do for you, Joshua, let me know. What was Michael's relation with Stark? Stark was your brother's best friend. They went everywhere together. I can't count the times one of them came in here dragging the other, barely alive. I guess they died together. Okay, see ya. Now, because... Let's save it, because I fucking hate Shalashid. For some reason, I thought David Owlfeather lives on Council Island, but he doesn't. He lives in Shalashid. But because we haven't broken the law, we can get a pass. Get a Native American nature hike permission pass. The Passport Lodge on Council Island serves as a visiting center for tourists. All sorts of cheap items are for sale here, but nothing of value. An Amerindian clerk in shirt sleeves and tie notices you and comes over. I'd like to purchase a passport to the Amerindian lands. The clerk eyes you like something the cat dragged in. A passport costs 500 million, which includes a security check to provide you're not fleeing justice. Be aware you're signing a binding contract to abide by tribal law while in the Shalashid. Any deviance from the tribal law will revoke your privileges. If you hand me your cred stick, I can give you the forms to fill out. Easy money, chummer. The forms are filled out and go through without a hitch. Remember, this passport is only good if you obey the tribal laws. Any slip-ups, and you'll be escorted out and Lone Star apprised of your misconduct. Enjoy your visit to the Shalashid. There's no reason to visit. It's a terrible place with monsters. Hey, what's going on? Did we just fucking go rogue on that townsperson? An old friend of yours, Walking Bear? Whatever. Let's just take a cab. I'm sure the cabbie will love that. Can you drive me to that spooky place with the hellhounds? No. You say you want to get to the Amerindian lands? It's a little out of my way. Yeah, well, 100 new yen. And then luckily there's a vid phone lodged in this cliff. Alright, be careful, everybody. This place doesn't fuck around. Like, just skulls on the ground everywhere. Holy shit, we just got here. The hair on the back of your neck rises. You feel like you're being stalked. Duck for cover. Remaining cool, you peer out of your hiding place to see a pack of hellhounds who have lost your scent. Very, very stupid hellhounds, thank God. I'm going to chalk this one up to the graphics of the Sega Genesis, but that water is green. That's just a dead man. Oh, this was a terrifying place as a child. There's really nowhere to rest, just super long. A group of young Amerindian boys are scouring the terrain in search of something. One warrior looks up. We're looking for an arrowhead. Help them. Eventually, you find the arrowhead. The owner reluctantly gives you a 50 million reward. Maybe I shouldn't have asked for money. You feel like you're being stalked. Duck for cover. An Amerindian hunting party charges to attack. I have a permit. I'm allowed to be here. Yeah, too bad you don't have fucking guns out here, fellas. Although I guess really, I have a wizard, a dude that punches shit. I'm the odd duck. A lone Amerindian woman is sitting here. She looks up at you and introduces herself as Red Buffalo Woman. I'm afraid I don't get many visitors out here, so I have nothing to offer you. But I wish you well on your journey. Good day. Well, watch out for hellhounds and just very angry Native Americans that will fight you. As you enter the tribal council building, a ranger approaches you. His ID tag reads, D. Owlfeather. How can I help you this fine day? Tell me about the Amerindian lands. Much of the northwestern tribal lands were reclaimed by Amerindians from many different tribes. The Shalashid Council was formed to control the land that encompasses the blight of Seattle. And the rangers? The Shadowrun Rangers were formed to patrol the wilderness in an attempt to restore and maintain its beauty. The Rangers also serve as a kind of police force for the region. Are there any other villages nearby? Nag on that. Most of our people like to wander the land. This Amerindian village was built close to Council Island for trade purposes. All the tribes, with the exception of the Sinsarak, do trade through this area. Sinsarak? The Sinsarak are a tribe which consists mostly of xenophobic elves. They've staked a claim on the land south of here and have erected walls and patrols to keep others out. Council Island. The Council Island was established by the Shadowrun Council to put a buffer between those of us who prefer the beauty of nature to the perverse ugliness of technology. There we've established a passport lodge, a medicine lodge dedicated to the shamanic tradition of magic, a hotel, a hospital, and a restaurant. There's also an orc embassy in the southwest corner of the island for no particular reason. Goodbye. I think we have to go see Tabitha Shale before we see David Alfeather. Oops. But our passport should be good until we break the law. Hey, Fat Pep. Are you David Owlfeather? No, I'm Darren Owlfeather. Oh. Sorry. Sorry to trouble you. Feel like you're being stalked. Duck for cover. You hide and see a small band of elf warriors continue past. Hope they got guns. P. Barons to see Tabitha Shale. Right, let's check our tips and clues. Tips and clues. Tabitha Shale, Mr. Caleb Brightmore, who were too unpopular to visit. Those are our two clues. There's a sudden disturbance up ahead. You glimpse someone taking... Man, I've never seen this one before. It's a palette swap of Julius Strother, or the bartender from the Jump House. Oh. Very shiny head. Maybe it's special cyberware. Whoa, what the fuck was that? Get the fuck out of it. One's invisible. That kind of hurt, but not a bunch. Let's sleep first, because it's mostly... Whoa, someone's jaundice. The Terraslar City Inn caters mostly to elves, as the word for Terraslar is Elvish for remembrance. Despite its rundown appearance, this apartment has a great rep for being the safest place to stay in the Barrens. You need a place to stay? Well, you've come to the right place. This is the safest hotel in the city. For the price. Of course, payments required in advance. I need to sleep here. Sorry, but all we have left is rooms with views. Those are going for a meager 30 nuyen. A fair price, chummer? All we have left are rooms with views. I guess maybe if you're trying to be safe, you wouldn't want a room with windows. I'll sleep here. Can I buy anything? Like maybe I want some body? No, reputation. Right, that's what we're here for. Reputation 2. We've doubled our reputation. We're going for melee combat on him and then eventually throwing. And then she is going for biotech, which she has a decent skill, so it's going to be very expensive. Goodbye. Do you have a tenant named Tabitha Shale? Tabitha Shale? Yeah, she's here. She's been locked in a room for days and won't let anybody in, even to clean up. If you think you can talk some sense into her, be my guest. The manager connects you to her room via the vid phone. The screen remains blank, but the woman's wary voice identifies itself as Tabitha. Words tumble from your mouth in a desperate rush to convince Tabitha of your sincerity. After some deliberation, she concedes that you are Michael's brother and agrees to let you enter her apartment. Tabitha Shale opens the door as you arrive. She looks as if she hasn't slept in a week. She invites you in, but her eyes nervously dart around the room. Tell me about my brother's last Shadowrun? I don't know that much about it. We were hired by an unknown Mr. Johnson through Caleb to track down a location in the Salashid. I backed out when he made the offer, so I wasn't included in the deal. Michael said one stop to Orasco's and he'd be set. You know, Caleb's not our normal Johnson. We normally use a Johnson named Mortimer Reed. That's who we use. He sets up in the Penumbra district in a restaurant called the Big Rhino. What can you tell me about Caleb Brightmore? He's a Johnson Michael and I used a couple of times. I don't trust him, though. Who knows what those elves are up to anyway. You might find him at Icarus Descending. That's where we always met him. And Orasco? Boris Orasco, who's always doing some serious fixin', is a small-time fixer who works out of an abandoned greenhouse in Redmond. Not anything for a buck, that's Boris. He was probably the last person in the sprawl to see Michael alive. I don't want you in my party. Thanks for your help. Keep a low profile till I can sort this out. As if on cue, the door to the room explodes inward, leaving you momentarily stunned. A flash of automatic gunfire rakes Tabitha through the obscuring smoke and sends you diving for cover. As the swarm of bullets abates, you leap to your feet. Surging forward through the thick clouds, you catch a glimpse of a figure in red and black disappearing down the corridor. You rush back into Tabitha's room, but there are no signs of life. You notice a holopix among her scattered belongings and pick it up. Well, well, well. Ah, the visa gets revoked as soon as I leave. It better not have been revoked because I was attacked by fucking Amerindians, because they attacked first. You'll need a visa to get into the Amerindian labs, so I'm not going to waste time on that trip. Joke's on you, you'd still get the 100 million, you idiot. Sharky can get us in for a lot of money. It's better to take Sharky all the way to Sinsarock. I think Sharky's only worth it to bypass the passport if you're illegal, because it's always cheaper to get the passport, I think. And maybe not, actually, because it's 500 and then 100 to get there and then 75 to take the... Sharky might not be that much more expensive for the trouble. Let's see what Sharky charges. I need to get to the Shalishid. 3,000 Nuyen. Nope, it's cheaper. It's cheaper if you're a law-abiding citizen. What's the matter? Lone Star record got a little too long? I don't really care as long as I get my payment. I own a chopper, so dropping you past the checkpoint undetected is a bit tricky, but I can do it for 3,000 large. No, and what do you want for Sinsarock? 5,000 to get to Sinsarock's a fucking bargain. I understand completely. That's quite a haul to do on foot. Quite a haul in my chopper also, so the fare will be 5,000 Nuyen now. Whoops, I don't know what I was doing. That was the phone to get to Sinsarock. I think I don't like the music in Council Island because it reminds me of Kid Chameleon. Oof. That game was something else. The other reason the wilderness is fucking terrifying is it's a pretty high encounter rate. Tell me what you know about my brother Michael? You pull his holopix from your pocket and give a brief synopsis of the events leading up to Tabitha's murder. Owlfeather seems very disturbed by your story. I'm sorry to hear of another senseless death. I fear I was a little help in her quest to find Michael's killers. Perhaps if I had been able to learn more, she'd be alive today. What have you learned so far? I've not made much progress. It seems a great amount of interest has been generated in our land lately, and many strangers have been visiting here. Your brother was one of them. After his death, Tabitha gave me many leads, all to no avail. Something has the people of this region scared into silence. Perhaps we need the help of one who knows more. Like who? If you require his help, I must first ask for yours. If you're willing to perform a simple task, I'll give you the name of someone who may further help you. What is this simple task you want me to do? Ironically, my own brother, Aragorn, left our land 2 years ago and has never returned. We've not heard from him since he entered the Sprawl to seek his fortune. Return Aragorn to me and I will help you. Okay. I think he's at Fuchi or Mitsuhama, and then I think we have to ask a particular Johnson to know more about him. Duck for cover. You take a hiding position and wait. You barely make out a humanoid form whose color changes with the surrounding terrain. The Bandersnatch walks on, unaware of you. Kind of a big deal. See, your reputation's too low. The Bandersnatch doesn't know to attack you. That's not how it works. Don't do that. Alright, then we're just going to go cruising around. We can talk to Mortimer Reed, because apparently he knew my brother. I don't think he'll let us talk about him, though. Maybe Julius Strother knows about my Aragorn. Nope, this is the bar. Hello. See? Not illegal. I just love talking about Red Dwarf. Caleb Brightmore does have story progress, but Mortimer Reed specifically was my brother's Johnson, and I think he's the Johnson that Aragorn got in trouble with. Information. Questions answered. Ever heard of Aragorn? Sorry about that. Let's see. Last I heard, he fragged a solo run against Mitsuhama. The corp suits think he knows something, so they're holding him pending an interrogation. Mitsuhama. We just have to make sure it's the right Mitsuhama. I think it's Mitsuhama. I think there's one downtown, there's one in Penumbra, so we got to figure out which Mitsuhama he's in. We have a single medkit to keep Walking Bear alive. But I'm feeling brave. Let's go attack Mitsuhama. Well, attack. Let's infiltrate it. Go to the hotel and we'll save it, then we'll go. Well, actually, it'll be the one that they let us into, right? Because if we go to the wrong Mitsuhama without a run, we'll get turned away at the door. You glimpse someone taking your picture with a holocam. This person quickly disappears from the crowd. It's a fucking Amerindian. It's like, I've stolen his soul. Now he's dead. Looking for a place to crash. This doesn't heal me. I have physical wounds. Hospital. This is like a $20 hospital visit too. Fuck it. Just don't get shot, Joshua. Hello. Joke's on them. Still haven't broken the law. There we go. You wait until after hours and slip into Mitsuhama with the night cleaning crew. Hey, you guys, janitors? Yep, just 3 people with combat armor. Hopefully Aragorn's still here. We're going. Fuck. Don't have a mag key. Gotta find a computer terminal. Try not to get stuck on any walls. I'm gonna need you guys if a fight breaks out. Security guard spots you. Show some ID, pal. Talk my way out? You try a lame story. You show me your ID. You realize this isn't gonna work about the time he attacks, yeah. Get him, Winston. Oh shit, there he is. We're gonna have to do this the slow way. It'll fail a lot. Nope, that's actually pretty amazing. Power incredible. Dropped a gun. Now, the thing is I think once you rescue Aragorn, he trips the alarm escaping, so you have to fight your way out anyways. So opening the safe, you find 200 million. I need a goddamn terminal because we can't take the elevator in this condition. Also a problem is I think we have to hack the system on each floor. Level 2. Blow the door open with a frag grenade. Oh, right, because Winston has a few. You take cover after priming and setting the grenade. The blast rips the door screaming from its hinges. A blaring alert klaxon barely penetrates your deafened ears. It's fine. There's the terminal. Cover me, guys. I'm going in. This is kind of early in the story, so I'm hoping we just blast our way through. The password is Badge Inspector.
Rejected.
Shadowrun.
Rejected.
Hairy Nips.
Accepted.
I'm very curious who's in charge of IT here. Oh, Christ, now we gotta fucking hopscotch through all this. Let's just sleaze our way in. We just gotta smash the CPU here. We're not stealing anything. Get that mustard ready. He's resisting my sleaze. Some sort of napkin-based ice. Oh, well, we're going hot. Oh shit, maybe I'm not ready for corporations. Oh no. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Wow. What is this? Maybe the attack itself just needs to be higher level. That didn't hurt, luckily.
Accepted.
Oh, right, because it's an active alert. You're absolutely right. Because the alert amplifies all the programs. Well, let's just bail then. We have some grenades for the next time. So it looks like we got to level up our attack program. I'm not sure if we have a discount on Microtronics. I think we just got magic discounts. So you know what I think we want to do? I think we want to get Karma so we have enough reputation to go into Icarus Descending. Sorry, I'm leaving now. Where's my backup? Hello, team? I can't kill a security guard by myself. Stick together, please. Oh, boy. Hey. Just an alarm klaxon. No biggie. Christ, I can't get out. Who the hell is still here? I don't think I need all my characters with me, do I? Oh no, you can't leave when there's an alarm, can you? I can't remember if the alarm goes off after a bit or if we just, oh boy. Maybe they're the ones stopping me. I don't think the door locks when there's an alarm. I might be wrong. Oh boy, we just gotta hide and hope. Well, get used to that alarm noise. I wasn't expecting to get screwed on the Matrix part, but we do only have a level 4 attack. I'm sure Walking Bear can find her own way out. It has to turn off eventually as a failsafe, otherwise you get screwed so frequently. Oh, god damn it, right as it went off. Security mage spots you. ID, please. Since you don't have a badge, I'm security, and this is a test. Where's your badge? Fucking wizards, man. Oh, God. I mean, this melee seems to be working out, though. Let me out. Krusty wants out. Let me out. Oh, thank God. Definitely a lot of more planning required for corp runs. Now we know. Flustered woman, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. You become concerned when you hear some muffled screams, not my problem. They're probably real doctors. Lone Star undercover, whatever.
Passcode. Passcode. Accepted.
That is a baby entrance. It did not put up a fight. Yeah, my only problem with that, it's like, yeah, it's definitely not the guards aren't a problem. It's you can't take the elevator when the alarm's on. So I'd like to be able to reliably crash the network, especially at Mitsuhama. It should be a, well, it's probably like a mid-tier system. It's, I mean, it's no Renraku, but apparently it's a lot stronger than I was expecting, especially with an active alert. I need to be able to handle an active alert in this corporation, I think, in case I get really screwed. There's a CPU. I mean, I could. Yeah, you're right. But it also sounds like Tatters might have a stroke if I have to play the alarm music again. Reload that. This is going to take a while to hack into, unfortunately, but barrier can't actually do anything, so... I think we actually had to abandon ship on this system before because of this. If I leveled up Sleaze, I could bypass things more, but we do have to crash the CPU. Actually, no, isn't there a particular node to shut off the cameras? No, I think you always have to crash the CPU to cancel the alert, but you can turn the cameras off with a slave node, I think. Almost, I hope. Good lord. Let's hope we don't get this system again. Not before we level up our attack. Here I was thinking I was hot shit Decker. It's just the programs. The programs are so weak. We have level 4 attack out of level 12 possible. There, we're in, thank God. Turn off that infernal alarm. Shadowrun. Hairy Nips. Again with this password. I'll just take the chances on an orange. Ooh, a 60. No. Need some big money to get that attack leveled up. Might even need, like, I don't know, like attack 7 or 8 to stand a chance in these corporations. Alright, we're out. But the problem, though, is if we start investing in our cyber deck, we really need a higher negotiation, because that'll really add up. 1,500. Whoa, no. What are you doing, Roscoe? What the fuck? I don't think I even have enough to upgrade attack once. This is tough because it's like, do we... Programs max at 9? I thought programs went up to 12 or 14. What was I about to say? I was about to say it's hard to balance it here. Because we have to balance the time spent leveling up negotiation with, like, maybe that would just be better spent farming the Matrix and buying the full price programs. Am I sure the small size data file, according to the wiki grant, is the price of a file is based off of both the node and the file size. So a 60 megapulse file from a red node gives the most potential income. Yeah, this is 7,500 just to go to level 5. That's a shame. Maybe I just need a little bit more just to pay an entrance fee. I'd like to go in. Do you have a reservation, sir? I bet you would, breeder. Before you can answer, he continues. I thought not. We're quite full this evening. Try back later, like next century. No need to be rude. I think we need like 5 or 6 rep to get in. I was hoping with low rep he might just ask for money, but I think he only lets you in if he knows you. He's like, oh, Joshua-san, because they're weeb elves. We're going to need some very lucky Matrix hauls to fucking pull this off. Program's going to clear 10,000 in no time. But if I could just get to a red data store, which I think will only... No, actually, I think someone said Hollywood Correctional has a red in it. I'm not sure how to get Hollywood Correctional beyond taking a run for it from someone, but... I think outside Hollywood Correctional, we have to be inside a corp to find a red data store. Shadowrun. The password was Shadowrun. Oh, there's a data store right here. This is a terrible idea, because if we trip the alert, we're nowhere near the CPU. Harry Nips. Shadowrun. Fuck this. I tried 2 passwords. I'm a computer hacker. Yeah, that one red on Hollywood's pretty juicy. I'm just not sure how we can get the passcode for Hollywood Correctional. Or do we have to like just walk inside the prison and hack a terminal? I can't remember if there's a terminal inside the prison or if it's just like a generic system you connect to through a Matrix Shadowrun. Well, we're going to get kicked out here, so let's just cruise for files until we get disconnected. Yellow alert right away. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Might be the last one there. Oh, well, we got our files anyways. Later, loser. Matrix run, like maybe Vigor and Jarl, or maybe a Julius Strother would give us Hollywood. 4,800, 800, 3,200, 2,000. Alright, that's an extra level in attack. These are so powerful, there's not really a reason to save up, go grab each one when we can afford it. Grenades are for sale. Nope. No, thank you. Actually, you know, I probably should start. Actually, I think those... No, actually... The grenades are illegal, but we're never getting in trouble. I think we have to be holding them when Lone Star talks to us. I think if Winston just holds them in his trench coat, we're fine. A company man storms up to you. You can't get away with this. Don't think I don't recognize you. Hello. The man remains irate, and soon a Lone Star patrol approaches to take care of the matter. They seem more interested in you, so the man quietly slinks off. Oh shit, I might have an illegal SMG. I stole off those guards. Hello? Hey, Flick. I think this guy's packing. You got a permit for that weapon? I don't. You outrun some of them, but the others appear to be in better shape. They overtake you and open fire. Winston, time to earn your paycheck. We've officially broken the law. Well, see you guys at the morgue. I think that's how Shadowrun Super Nintendo started. A dock wagon is alerted by your wristband. Within seconds, a trauma team arrives. We were just outside the fucking computer store. And now we won't have enough money to buy the program, I think. Sell that SMG. SMGs are always against the law, so we gotta fucking get rid of this thing. Another Predator. Actually, what the hell? Huh. Maybe they did see Winston's grenade. That was odd. They just have a bandolier of Predator heavy pistols, apparently, by the way. I still have enough. Thank God. Thank God. Now it's 12,000 for level 6. Grenades are for sale now. I mean, Winston might have had one. I have enough money to hire everybody back. Oh, fucking Christ. Walking Bear's all the way over on Council Island. Let's get Winston first. Actually, because he died, Winston's fee might skyrocket. He seems to be hurt badly. Well, he's right outside the hospital. Good luck. That is really weird. Actually, no, they said I was packing something, so it's not like, again, it's not about my record from shooting at Mitsuhama. Someone's got to have something they shouldn't. It might have been Winston, because I think he did grab some stuff when we were controlling him. He's going to be a baby, though, about dying. It's kind of his fault for not cold clocking that Lone Star for me quick enough. Do we get to shoot people? Actually, he's not too mad. Actually, I think if you all die, they don't get upset. I think it's like if you leave them behind, they get upset. Well, there's your problem. He found an Allegiance shotgun somewhere. Get out of me. Let's go grab Walking Bear, and then we'll take a little break before we go back to our Matrix adventures. Why did it lock on to him? Cause, help! Actually, fuck this. I can take him, probably. Come here, little shit. Yeah, how do you like it? Now you're the guy from episode 1 of the Let's Play. You glimpse someone taking your picture with a holocam. He's like, you beat the shit out of that wizard with his bare hands. Cool. Alright, let's get you tip-top, homie. I did sell the shotgun. We found that one inside the building, Justin. I don't know where the hospital is on Council Island. Magic goes through armor, too, so... not really sure what the plan is there. She's still not quite dirt cheap, but I could use a lifelong pal. She never leaves, which is what I like about her. And then we can just do this. Man, I think I'm misunderstanding how Essence works in this game. It might just be your ability to cast a spell. I might be getting Shadowrun and Arcanum mixed up. I want to say in the pen and paper, you just don't bother trying to heal someone who's cybered up. But like we're at like 0.1 and 0.2 cyber, respectively, aren't we? No, cancel. Get me out of here. I'm at 0.3. He's at 2.1. We never bought the... Huh. We forgot to buy the Speed Racer thing. Or maybe we... Oh, no. That's because that happened at the end of the stream. We were out of money. We were going to buy even more quickness on... Oh, shit. So here's the problem, is Get the hell out of here. The reason I was waiting to level up my stats is I think your cyberware doesn't increase your max if you're already maxed. So there's a chance giving me more muscle replacements won't actually enhance my quickness any higher than it already is, which is a shame. What did I say I was going to do? I'm going to take a little break, for sure, And then we need to offload this fucking gun. Definitely see the appeal of that illegal body armor now. Holy shit. Alright, we still need to do more decking because I want more attack programs, but we'll take a little break here. Grab myself a snack. Decking works up an appetite, you know. Alright, so I'll be back in a little bit here. Alright, let's do some more decking here.
Passcode.
No passcodes because we got to do system search.
Accepted.
Make sure we have the right attack, level 5. Oh, looks like our deck got wiped because we upgraded our attack. Blew out all the active programs. We don't need sleeves for the system search stuff.
Passcode rejected.
Playthrough's definitely going a lot slower than I was expecting. But that's fine. That just means we get to play more Shadowrun. But certainly not optimal, but I'm glad we experimented with Winston. That's kind of fun. But I mean, yeah, it's not a super complicated plan. We just get the stats we want and just start cruising through the story. But apparently my cyber deck is not on cruise control just yet. Ooh, what's this one doing over here? This smells like a green. And yeah, you could, I suppose Stark's a side quest. There's 2 side quests in the game then with that definition. There's the one where you get Stark, and then there's a Decker side quest that has no bearing on the story either. Oh, I don't want this piece of shit. 20 Megapulse Lone Star reports? No. I do really like Winston. By the nature of the game, in that you can just grind Karma indefinitely, you actually blank slate character pays off better than a pre-made character like the Stark. Or well, you know, a lot of people like Freya, but I think Ricky's stats better favor spellcaster, so you just get him nice and low, level him up however you want. All right, Roscoe, be kind. 1500, 1600, 3600, 4800. Holy shit. I gotta sweet talk him more. Wow. That's enough for another level in attack. I mean, we went from 4 to 6, 20k. Let's get it to level 7. 11. You know what? Yeah, he would be strong against magic because of his high natural body. We gave him the 1 dermal plating. That's a good point. There's a sudden disturbance up ahead. Gang's going pro. Still don't have to worry about strike teams at 2 reputation. Grenades are for sale. No. I think that mage is following me because he's just hanging out in the street corner where everybody knows that I deck.
Passcode.
Oops.
Accepted.
My deck got wiped again. That's weird. No available memory. Whoa, that's a problem. I think we can just add more raw memory, which we haven't been doing. Yeah, Stark is the quest where you need to give him an artificial heart. I can't remember if I did it in my Let's Play. Maybe I did it and just didn't recruit him. I think we can get a little more mileage out of this cyber deck, but with the higher level attack, we're definitely getting close to its limit, just for storage. There you are. Look at that. That is a very high level barrier and we kept shredding it. Beautiful. Man, there's a lot of fucking data stores on this thing. That was a high level barrier. I think I might go cruising around to see if these are reds. This has to be a red. What the hell are you doing so high level at no alert? Really? That's an orange. Well, I guess. If it's not Hollywood Correctional, I don't think we'll find a red out in the wild here. It's a low-level piece of shit. There's probably a green. A blue with no ice. And fun fact is blues are not worth any money. Never rob a blue. You're just wasting your time. Even just a couple levels in attack, and we really seem to be dominating this ice now. I'd say 7 or 8, and we stand a good chance inside Mitsuhama. How are we doing for time? I would very much like to get Aragorn rescued tonight. Because I think really in the way the story plays out is you get Aragorn, right? And then they introduce you to that dude that offers to the ritual to figure out who killed your brother. So we're cruising along if we can get Aragorn. Let's just go to the CPU. Those are orange anyways. Winston and Phantom. Yeah, my last playthrough I did Gator Shaman, and then I took Winston. No, I didn't take Winston, did I? I took Peter and Ricky. Didn't take Winston on my last Let's Play. I think I did that on purpose, because as you can tell, I normally love taking Winston. He's just really fucking cheap. I suppose Stark is free. You just have to go through the trouble of rescuing Stark. But I mean, if you can go through the trouble of getting that heart, getting that far in the story, you probably already have a good character like Winston ready. Spirit Eyes, that's right. I think Aragorn unlocks Spirit Eyes, and then Spirit Eyes is... You do his 3 jobs, and then I think you just go to Harlequin, and that's that. Well, so no, you have to get the map. You have to get the map for Harlequin. So you have to go to Renraku for that, but that's just a Renraku run. But there's a... I don't think it soft locks your game, but I think you can kind of fuck up your progress when you go to get the map at Renraku. I used Ricky last time, and he was tons of fun, so I'm just using Walking Bear this time to see what she's all about. 3,200. There's good files, though. $10,000. I want to get this next level, which, was it 14,000 or 20,000?
Passcode. Accepted.
We just have to remember that when we jump from our deck, which I think I'm going to do exactly what I said that we wouldn't do. Or maybe I didn't say we wouldn't do it, but I think we can go from this deck all the way to the best deck, because this deck's been getting us out of a lot of jams. Decent mid-range stats. Because response only goes so high, we found out. Somebody checked and all decks only go to 6 response, so it's like we don't get any faster in cyberspace. It's just a matter of having enough room on the deck. And sensing and shit, I guess, but... That was a weird-looking system. Data stores weren't behind the CPU. Now that is a low-level barrier, holy shit. That's a green, so the other one should be an orange. If the other one's a green data store, this was a real dud system. Orange. Orange, you glad you didn't fill up your cyber deck on those shitty green files? Ah, boy.
Active alert.
Yeah, if we go all in on attack, which we probably want if we're going to Renraku, and we do the side quest for the Decker password, we're going to want a Nova Hot deck. Lots of room. I mean, it's also fun to dick around through the programs, even though if you have level 9 attack and 12 computers, you don't really need anything else. Especially because we disabled tar pits. Really, with tar pits disabled, the only thing that scares you in Raku is the black ice killing you before you reload your attack program. But then we just have Walking Bear biotech us up. Well, biotech once, which we don't even need to give for biotech, so that'll free up a lot of karma for everybody, because I just need enough reputation to get through the game, and then Winston just needs enough karma to max out his melee. Well, we said we were going to grab grenades too for giggles. Shit. Shit. I hate when you check the map and the admin's like, hang on just a goddamn second. Red alert. It's a very slight mod. It's only modded to remove tar pit, so all tar pit is replaced with tar paper, because tar pit's a piece of shit. You either just reload your game or you try to trick it with like a level 1 analyze, which I don't care for that design at all.
Alert. Cancel.
So I mean, you'll hit a tar paper and set off the red alert, have to reload your program, but you don't lose hours of progress farming up a level 9 attack again. Because yeah, when I was younger, I just played this on my Genesis. That was like a reset button every time. Oops, tar paper. No reason to roll with that punch. Or sorry, tar pit. Never just let that tar pit have its way with you. Got some files. Useless, useless. Oh, that was not a good move.
Passcode accepted.
But yeah, level 9 attack is massive. Isn't it like 150 megapulse? Really hogs the deck. The tar pits and tar paper activate when you fail. So you can really get a false sense of security with your high level computer skill and a strong deck because your programs almost never fail, but then it finally does, and then here comes the tar. But yeah, you can do stuff like actually I don't know if you can. If you like feed a deception or a barrier which always gives you a syntax error and activates the node, that might trick the tar trip the tar paper every time. So really the only way to avoid tar pit is to, that's a lot of fucking nodes, but I think they're only oranges, is to memorize the systems, because I think there's only like 30 or 50 preset system maps in the game. So if you've really memorized the matrix, you can just see what system you're on right now. And you're like, oh, these nodes will have tar papers. But I suppose memorizing the game is its own kind of fun, but it sucks some of the fun out of it for me. Of course, I also memorize other systems, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite that way. I might be full of shit. It might be more lowball. Like it might just be 20 matrix maps. There's few enough that you can start to recognize them. Like each corporation has its own that never changes. Like each office. So it's like if you go to like downtown Fuchi, that's a separate system map, and then like Penumbra District Fuchi is separate. And then there's like a handful you can do on the open matrix, and then there's the ones that you can only get into if you have a Shadowrun for it. Shit. Well, we're going to this node now. Marketing data. This is probably worth pennies on the dollar. This is just a 500-page report on how to turn the shreddy sideways and say it's a diamond. Not a good run again. I missed the ones where we got like 2,000 from each one we sold. Almost enough. I'm not even sure if my deck can hold a level 7 attack. It's a shame because you can't elect to use a weaker version. I think you're always forced to shove the strongest version of the program into your deck. So it's not like, oh, you know, my deck's looking a little tight, maybe I'll just load attack 4.0. You can't do that, unfortunately. Which I suppose makes sense. You wouldn't keep old versions of the software on hand. Why would your cyber deck have version control? You'd have to be a very particular kind of decker for that sort of attention to detail. This guy again, but an attack 6 can get you. The difference between attack 4 and attack 6 is just night and day. 50 megapauls, 40 megapauls. Just take what I can get, be a little impatient because we're quite close to the next attack, and then we're going to have to spend a chunk of change on some memory expansion. And then it's the massive wait to get the next cyber deck, which I think is like over 100,000 million or something. Things really take a spike here price-wise, which is a shame because like our actual meat bag characters are in great shape. Winston's almost maxed out. I'm literally maxed out on the stats I care about. Well, which is just computers. The others are there to protect me. I don't care that I have 2 in pistols. I can slowly level up pistols, I guess, as we progress through this story, but we're going to be going at a decent pace, I think. Not really accumulate a lot of karma anymore. Once we get our reputation up. That's probably the last karma grind, really, is the one to get us reputation 6 or 7 for unlocking everything. We just need to get into a couple clubs. Come on now. Oh, that was a 62. I went through a lot of trouble to turn that alert off. My negotiations too, because I'm debating with myself to not raise my negotiation. So decking is very expensive right now, unfortunately. No. Attribute skills. Negotiations level 2. So yeah, the Excalibur and then... Come quickly, my master needs help. I'm on my way. You want to play too, do you? You're going to get your skull caved in from Winston. Get him! Look at that, just punch him in the back of the skull. I better get out of here. Nope. Now you're dust. Come quickly, my master needs... Did they just beat him up like a block later? Oh, God. Oh, grenades. I mean, we're not the fastest kill squad, but I really like the fists on Winston. I'm glad it worked out. $250,000 million. Yeah, I mean, an Excalibur would be great. That's a lot of money. Hopefully we don't need the Excalibur to do the side quest. Renraku might get a little dicey, but might just have to tough it out. It's almost max level attack. We have a mid-range deck. We're pretty dangerous. And yeah, did we... those look like baby guns? Man, everybody's got some fucking grenades. Let's offload these things just to avoid Lone Star. Hopefully resisting arrest but then being shot dead clears our criminal record. A Model 101T. What the fuck is someone in the I-5ers doing with this garbage? Warhawk we'll get rid of, though. I think a Warhawk's not illegal, I just don't like the look of it. It's an ugly, ugly gun. Like, look at this piece of shit. Looks like something from an 80s sci-fi, which I guess makes perfect sense for Shadowrun, but... Heal Wound spell focus? You know what? That's probably a good idea. That's pretty much the only spell you cast. Alright, 5,000 million. Might be able to shove some extra RAM in our deck because I want to try and drag this thing along as long as we can. I think with this deck we stand a chance to get Aragorn. Maximum cyber deck response already. Alright, don't have enough money for this. Did I see an SMG was at the shop inventory? Yeah, I think the shop sells illegal, or actually the shop might sell an illegal SMG because they specifically say it here. Although it only sells legal weapons, it has been known to bend the rules a bit. Ah, that's just a machine pistol. That's legal. Might not even be automatic. It might just have the magazine over there in the front. Yeah, I mean, the Warhawk has its place. I just really don't like the look of it. Half of your job as a Shadowrunner is about the appearance. That's what I like about the Predator. Stylish. But do we have a med kit? Without grenades, though, we're gonna have to go through the doors. Get ready for the alarm noise, that's for sure. Hey, now. Sounded like a lady wizard. Here we go. I should save it. Not that that matters. Really, the only reason to save Shadowrun is if the power goes out. You lose some of your money, whatever. Never exceeds more than 5,000 million, and by the time you have that much on you, 5,000 million is not that hard to get. Alright, let's go. Remember, if anybody asks, we're the badge inspector, not them. You show me some ID. Alright, didn't work. Ooh, did he have a grenade? He did. Now we're cooking. Ah! Winston! Hang on, here, let's switch over to heal wounds. Well, he's unstoppable now. Now, where was that fucking terminal? I think it just shuts down the whole floor, but it'll be wonderful to just kill the security here. I think we actually had to blow that door, so that'll be one of the grenades. Who sold forged badges? Mac sells the forged badges, and the problem is the badge doesn't always work, and it always stops working once you leave. So they only last for one run. Alright, I'm going in. I feel like a Deception 4 is just asking to set off an active alert here. Well, never mind. We're already on an active alert. Actually, you can't deceive on an active alert, can you? We gotta kill our way through everything. Yeah. Not tracing me this time, homie. I do have Max, and I regret it, because, yeah, it's like... It's fine that they don't work, but the fact that they break when you leave the corporation, I think it's a bug. I don't think it's intended that the corporate badge expires, but... Just kind of goes with the theme of Max being kind of slimy because he's a Vigor contract. God damn it with these fucking traces. The one time I need to hit. Now would be a good time to have Relocate, the one that instantly ends the trace. Relocate's a tricky one, because, I mean, if you can relocate, might as well just burn down the ice. This is going to be tricky. Not a problem. See, this is why we reload it. Are you Black Ice, though? Hey, you're... oh, shit, you're Black Ice. I am in trouble here. Nope. Still not good enough. You just stay right there and don't die, Joshua. I will come heal you. This run's gonna be real fucking tricky. God damn it, woman. What are you doing down here? Oh, God. Winston, we're supposed to stick together! Jesus Christ, what is with these camera pans? Even I... Oh my God! Looks like we're not getting this Mitsuhama run tonight. I can't deck. The rest of us can't fight. I think I got in a weird state where I was trying to reload my program before it was done getting tarred. Well, shit, Mitsuhama puts up a lot more of a fight than I fucking remember. I really don't want to level up my charisma. Oh God, I don't even have any fucking money to pay everybody back. I'm a Nova hot shit is what I am. Charisma 2, I mean, increases fast talk success. Reputation, I don't know, man. I thought we were in a good shape, but that Mitsuhama run really put me in my place. Although, actually, isn't there a way to turn off the alert without going all the way to the CPU? Isn't one of the nodes just for alerts? I need to make like 5,000 new yen again to hire the others back. Yeah, I might have to go back and watch my old videos. I don't know how the hell I was cruising along so well. The worst thing that happened in my last Shadowrun was I picked up the package and forgot and walked around the building for half an hour. More than a little embarrassing. Ooh. Not a good day to be a decker. Yeah, we can go for the electronics terminal and just kill the alarm that way, but I'm worried that there won't be one every floor. We might just have to stand our ground at the elevator and fucking murder everybody, but we still have to find Aragorn once we get... Ah, Christ, I think Aragorn's on the top floor, maybe? Green. Oh, so I wanted to get Aragorn tonight, but looks like we don't have time. We're just going to have to get the money back to hire the others and maybe squeeze in a little bit of karma, get some reputation, which just exposes us to danger from the Renraku strike teams, but gotta do it sooner or later. Fighting inside the corporations is very dangerous because individually we're all terrible. We need to work together, but they get split up so easily. And then it looks like we really should just leverage our decking skills to buy a Maglock passkey. Level 5 out of the gate, really. Because then you'll only need to buy it once. But then we need to save up 20,000 new yen. Yeah, I think the electronics kit just amplifies your electronic skill like a spell folk eye. So if you have like electronics 12, you can just try to jimmy open all the doors and hack the terminals. You'll usually succeed. That was only enough for Winston. But I could use a bodyguard while I'm decking. Electronics 5 isn't that bad, actually. It's pretty good. I think we'll stick with the key, though, just because we're a competent decker at this point. Ignore the part where the black eyes killed me. Ignore that part, though. 3,600. Yeah, he's a little upset that he died. Barely enough to get him back. Why not just load my save? I suppose we're in too deep. We didn't lose a lot of money, is the thing. I don't know. In hindsight, I could have loaded my save, but... we didn't really lose that much time hiring these people back.
Accepted.
And while it would be nice to get the reputation up and go see Caleb Brightmore, that just gives us a contact that we can't afford the programs for, so... we're sort of stuck in a pickle here that I wasn't expecting. A tar pit, if you will. Where our skills still aren't quite good enough. I was just blown away that black ice shredded me as fast as it did. It's because my body's shit after I made fun of not leveling my body. I think maybe if I had a higher bot, I could have survived the black ice long enough, and then Walking Bear could have healed me when I jacked out. It's a great matrix. I prefer this even to the Shadowrun Returns matrix, although it was nice the Shadowrun's Returns matrix accounted for the time dilation. This is really meant to be a mini game, which is a shame, but yeah, because if this was designed a little bit more thoroughly, like if this was the entire game, it would have been really good, but you have cool programs like Degrade, Rebound, Deception, Mirror, I think. So you take less damage, but on paper, you just always attack and you'll win. No reason to waste your time. The white ice is neat. Yeah, Trace and Dump versus Trace and Burn. It's like some of them will accept Deception, some won't. They grow in power based on the alert level. They draw their power from the node level and the node color. A lot of cool subtleties to it. Some of it I think is explained in the manual. I skimmed the cyber part of the manual. The Super Nintendo Matrix, oh my god, I don't know what they were thinking. I bet they felt bad after they saw this. Well, we're definitely going to be playing Shadowrun for a little longer at this rate. My deck's full. I'm going to need like... Actually, I might be able to afford her with 6,000, unless she upped her rate a lot. Looks like Winston's back to his default rate, which is weird because his rate didn't go up for a while, and then it did. Oh well. Let's just focus on our reputation. If I was smart, I'd level my charisma because we're going to be doing quite a few corp runs for the side quest. We have to run every single corp at least once for the side quest. They each have a file we need, and we can only get that file from their internal network. Hello. 6,300. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank God. I have enough money to take a cab back to the city. I don't know what you would do in this situation. Walk around shooting dudes until one dropped cab fare? That would have sucked. Can't even take work on Council Island. Yeah, let's just work on our reputation, then we'll end the night there. Community of Ghouls, no, we don't do that. I am very terrified of how our group composition is going to work walking through the wilderness, because we're not good against things that aren't guns. Weapon shop to little Chiba, that cocaine needs to go. I think specifically for this side quest, Justin, we have to do the internal network to grab the file. Weapon shop, little Chiba. I guess if you had the password, like if I had the password for the Rocker Network, I could jack in from the outside, but I don't know how you really get those systems beyond pure chance. Maybe you'd have to take a Matrix run, and then you would know you're on their network. Like Caleb loves to send you to run Raku. Well, I think Caleb just loves to send you to corporations in general. So yeah, we might be able to get the files from just Caleb Matrix runs. Did I deliver this? I think I delivered this. I did. We'll be doing this for a few more minutes, but other than that, we'll be wrapping it up. So we didn't get nearly as much done today as I had hoped. I was hoping to make a little more story progress. Story's very short, of course. Hotel to the Jackal's Lantern. No, I think with how much story is left, I think I'd have to have maxed out stats to blow through it in 3 hours. Jump host to the Halloweeners. I mean, we're definitely going to see this through. I don't want to leave this game half done. Shadowrun of all games. So apparently that black guy's beating the shit out of me was embarrassing. I've lost my mojo over the years. Jump host to the Halloweeners. I did it again. But you got to turn right back around to get your package. And then, yeah, I don't know, 5 or 6 rep, I'm hoping. I don't think we need to go higher than that. I mean, you can, but I don't think it serves a purpose. I want to say maybe 6 is the bare minimum for the Yakuza. That should be the highest requirement. Yakuza and Icarus Descending, really the only reputation checks we need to worry about. Little Chiba, Doc Whitson needs to go to the weapon shop. The pathing is a real shame, but I mean, it is a Sega Genesis game. I'm amazed they follow as well as they do outside. And the good thing is that Winston can use this karma meant for my reputation for his melee skill. Because if he can get to like 100% hit rate with that strength damage, that'll be wonderful. This cocaine needs to go from the prison to Boris's greenhouse. That guy's having a party. I like to imagine he just keeps a brick under his hat for emergencies. Did you change your spell? You're supposed to be using the other one. You can cast this spell. Do that. Because that's one of the reasons we're going to actually be able to fight shit. Don't switch to fucking Mana Zoop. Oops. Oops. Really fucked that up. Didn't deliver the cocaine. I'm keeping that for myself, apparently. Go to Boris's greenhouse. Little Chiba. Domo chum. Oh boy, yeah, we're gonna need to do a bit of prep work, but I think we can. Well, doesn't matter if I think it. We have to get Mitsuhama next time to actually make any progress in the story. Because I think we're cock blocked. I think it all bottlenecks on Aragorn for a bit. Well, that's not true. I think we can kind of, well, not jump the queue. We need to do Aragorn, but we can come at the story from the other direction as well once we get Caleb. Halloweeners, Billy Gibson needs to go to the greenhouse for some serious fixing. Oh, sorry, 1 second here, actually. I need to check something. Okay. Where did this grenade come from? I gotta get rid of this. And then, oh geez, would you look at the time? We have like one more Shadowrun. Halloween is the greenhouse. Let's do one more run, then let's call it a night. Gotta pace yourself. Know your limit and play within it. Well, well, well. If it isn't generic bad guys, he's fucking dead. I want this gone. That's fine. So hopefully we can get... we probably should have one reputation afforded. Hollywood prison to the Halloweeners. Our last brick of cocaine for the night. So yeah, next time we need to get ourselves in shape for this Mitsuhama run. I'm not sure how. Because the problem is that first guy always gets us. Fucking badge inspector. And that puts us on a red alert. Which I think we'll probably just have to depend on those, the terminals. Not the one you deck into, but the one where you can just turn off the alert if you're lucky. Some of those drugs leap from the shadows. How fucking dare you? There. Well, let's go spend our karma. So thanks for coming out to watch, and next time, well, we have to beat that Mitsuhama run, don't we? Reputation up. We had a lot more karma than I thought. Wow. I must have zoned out for a bit there. Reputation 4, which, you know what, I need to know. I need to know if we can get an Icarus Descending with that, so we'll pop over there real lickety quick. I want biotech more than sorcery, let's be honest with each other. He's getting close to max melee combat. That'll be wonderful. Okay. I need to know if we can get inside Icarus Descending with just 4, even if we have to pay a cover charge. I mean, the max is 12, so I don't think 4 is going to cut it. Actually, hang on. There's that trick we can try, remember? No, not with this much money. Damn. But someone said if we have an elf, they'll let us in Icarus Descending, and we might have enough reputation to get into that fancy club. Can I come in? 4 was not enough, but 4 might be enough to get into that fancy club, and then we'll get a temporary contract with Freya, and that'll get us in Icarus Descending. Hello? He seems to be badly hurt. Must have got beat up by the bouncer. See ya. Can I come in? If I could have your cred stick, I'll transfer the $75 entry fee. Easy money, chummer, I'll pay. Perfect. An elf is in the corner, dressed in a bright blue gown. She addresses you as you near. What do you need? I'm looking for a good runner. Okay, I'm game. Looks like you've already got your hands full, pal. Come on back when you can free up a spot for my talents. Ooh. We'll ditch Winston because Walking Bear costs way too fucking much. I'm not even sure if I can afford her. Even for temporary, she might be like $1,000. Looking for a good runner. You bitch! Oh, for $1,000, we'll be able to sweet talk our way into Icarus Descending next time. Which means we'll be doing a little bit of decking again. Oh boy. This is all next time. These are next time problems. So I will stop here right outside Roscoe's house, and I will see you next time. Well, hopefully less dying in corporations, so I will see you then. Until next time.